Tampa Club in downtown Tampa. I'm at a brunch right now for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and they're dyeing the river green, and then later on will be the parade. So join me on this adventure. So this is a great view of Tampa Bay from up here on the 41st floor. Right down here, that's Davis Island. That's where most of my crew members live, and there's a yacht club there, and so that's what we're related to, is the crew of Bobby C. Davis, and that's Davis Island. And then over here, that's Harbor Island. The hotel right there, I could zoom into it, that's the hotel I got married at. And then over here, there's some bridges, and then there's, of course, the port. The port's down over here where the cruise ships go. So you get a sky-high perspective of Tampa Bay. It's official. It is green. And now I am on my float ready for the parade in downtown Tampa. Now, if you live in Tampa and you're seeing these videos, last year and the year before, the parade was in Ybor City at nighttime, and it was one of the night festivals. But because the Rough Riders organization is part of this with the city and dyeing the river green, they decided to keep all the festivities in downtown. So now it's not a night parade. It starts at 5 o'clock. We're lining up now at about 3 in the afternoon. And yeah, then we'll be throwing beads like we do at every parade. It's a much shorter parade than the Gasparilla parade. So you'll see a lot of tow trucks towing the different crews. We do not need the tow truck because this right here is our tow vehicle. I'll actually give you a little bit of a tour in there. It's actually pretty cool. Now it's got an old engine in it, so we have to have a lot of upkeep on it, but it's much better than paying $300 for every single parade that we do. It gets kind of pricey. All right, so we have our own tow vehicle. So this is the van, and if I step up in here, this is where all the cubbies are. So it goes all the way down in here, where you keep all your beads. This is our speaker system. There's our dragon, our sea sail. And then this is my cubby right here. This is where I keep all my beads. And I'm gonna go and set up on the float so that I'm ready to go when we start. I've got plenty of time, but I like to set it up ahead of time. Right, so I set myself up here. We've got this line that runs all the way down, and it's just much easier to organize your beads on these things. So then you just like grab them, because they get tangled really easily. So this way, it's a short parade. I shouldn't really need any more than that. If I do need more, I've got backup beads in here, but we have one more parade next week. And I'm hoping that maybe I can get away with not buying any more beads and just be good for that and then be done with the season. And now I'll show you some other parts of the float that I haven't showed you before. Now, being that we're in Florida, from year to year, we never know how warm or cold it's going to be. This year, it happens to be on the warmer side. There is a cooler breeze. 2 years ago, it was so cold, I was actually wearing a ski hat. So right behind me, I'll turn the camera around, we've got coolers. So we have different sodas in here. Coke Zero, there you go. And we've got some White Claw if you want an alcoholic beverage. We've got Canada Dry, a whole bunch of like mostly sodas and stuff. This is the one with all water, gotta stay hydrated. So all cold water, also more cases should we need to put them in. Same thing over here, always have a ton of water. And then this is just one kind of beer. We apparently have a crew member that loves Modelo. I am not a beer drinker, but that's what we have on the float here. Now we are allowed to drink on the float as long as we have it in cups. And we do have something a little bit stronger on board, should that be your fancy. This is Annie, our bartender extraordinaire. And she is currently prepping everything, as she always does, to make life easy. So all of our liquors are over here. So she's got everything pre-done, like all the juices. Oh, I noticed that you have those pourers. Are they new?
Yeah.
Oh,
last year I got them.
I like that. This is more new with the pourers right there on the top right there. That's new. You can also get a water from back here too, but you can go to the back of the ship, so to speak. Yeah, and so that's our little setup. So you're probably wondering, with all that water, where's the restroom? Glad you asked. We have 2 restrooms on board, one for the men and one for the women. So this is the men's room. It's just your ordinary men's room. And then over here are the wenches. Don't worry, girls, we don't have to go with a thing. So it's like a porta potty, but not as bad as a porta potty. Okay, it's really funny. Those girls have been trying to do the same TikTok for like 10 times, and I keep dancing behind them and they keep getting mad at me. It's actually very funny. But my float was the second group to go, so we're already done. So I'm heading to my car. So on that note, I'm going to end it right here. Thank you for tuning into the Wonderful World of Wendy. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Give me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next adventure.